Hello, collective. It's Kayla here, and you can call me Kay. This is Kayology, my channel, all about astrology, spirituality, and motivational videos. So, today we are doing a cute little read. How are you stepping into your power? Okay, maybe it's not cute or little, but it's something that I just kept hearing everywhere. I mean, everywhere. And I was just like, I can't ignore this. Okay, into your power, stepping into your power, coming into your power. I'm like, whoa. I just kept hearing it everywhere. I get on TikTok, I talk to someone, I'm reading my book, I'm like, dang, power, 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 stepping into your power, power. And I'm like, whoa, dark feminine energy. I'm like, whoa, it just, okay. So I just did all of the readings. And I have to admit, it's pretty juicy, okay? Sometimes I'd be feeling like I'm repeating myself with certain energies, but I truly believe like if you guys need it, you need it, okay? So I do hope that you guys enjoy the reads. And yes, I know I said I was going to start doing readings in December. I got delayed spiritually and literally, okay? So now I am ready. They are officially opening January the 20th. January the 20th, I'm starting my readings, okay? So I'm going to start something where, okay, first I'm doing $10 readings. $10 voice memos where it's just my voice. I will send you a read of a situation of your choice, right? To ask me one question, just one question, and it's $10. And that starts on the 20th. Now, if you want to start sending me emails now, okay, there will be 10 slots. And once those 10 slots are filled, then it's over, okay? And you have to wait until the 20th to get those readings just because I have to kind of like push it out a little bit, okay? Um there's that. So $10 readings that you have to pre-ask for. Okay, send me an email. Say, "Hey Michaela, I want the $10 reading," or "Hey Kay, I want the $10 reading." And boom. I will send you an email. Okay, cool. You wanted the first 10 people. Great. You get this $10 reading, right? But then after that, I just have my normal prices. So if you missed the slots, okay, then I'll just send you my normal pricing and then we'll talk from there, okay? Yes, but I will actually start sending out readings. Like you'll actually get your reading around the 20th, okay? Or sometimes after the 20th. And of course, I will give you specifics about all of that, okay? I don't want to overdo it and I don't want to overwork myself, but I do also want to do like work for the collective. I do want to do personal readings for you guys. So this is what I'm doing. It will be different amounts of reads that I can do every month. So I will definitely let you guys know. Yeah. And then I also kind of just maybe we'll start like a membership or something where, I can also just go live there and do readings for you guys. So yeah, I'm working on it. I definitely have been seeing people asking and stuff. And I also really thank you guys for your patience because, yeah, if I were y'all, I probably would have just moved on. So it just lets me know that y'all believe in me as a reader and you believe in the gift that has been given to me. So I do also really appreciate that. Okay. But without further ado, I hope you enjoy the reading. We pick images around here. Go over to the selection page and I'll see you at your reading. Bye. Hello, my group number one. Okay, so today we're doing, a different little setup. I just, I don't know, I just need to simplify some things. But we'll go back to the way we were before. It's just, we'll see, okay? Um, how are you coming into your power right now? Like, let's get into it. Like, that's the most important thing right now, okay? So, the int I have my higher self cards out, okay? I also have some astrology cards because, I like to use the astrology to go a little bit deeper into things. Okay, so we have three higher self cards. The first one says, intention and action launch all your dreams, okay? Intention and action launches all your dreams, okay? And then we have look for the signs that will guide you to the destiny you have known all along. Okay. Also, I saw 11:11 before I came back to start. I need to warm up my coffee, and it's actually really hot, so we're gonna wait. Okay. There are many doors that lead to the place that you truly belong. Now, something about this reading is giving there are multiple ways to get to the bank. Okay? That's really what it's giving. There are multiple ways to get to the bank. And I feel like somebody has tried a lot of stuff. Okay? We have Jupiter energy out here with the dice, Jupiter and Aquarius. Okay? I feel like you're good at a lot of different things, but it's really hard for you to focus. It's hard for you to focus in on just one thing. We also have the 12th house energy out here. So there's something about your life, like the tempo of your life, kind of felt like you were literally out of the driver's seat. It kind of always has felt like I had downloaded a phrase earlier this week and it was like always like working with the universe. Like okay. It's always felt kind of like you have been collaborating with the universe even before maybe you knew like anything about the occult or, even before you had a realization about God or what have you. Okay. So I feel like I'm definitely talking to my spiritually gifted peeps, but then I also feel like this Jupiter with Aquarius is that like you're innovating new ways to get to what you want because somebody has like a complex goal, okay, that they want to achieve. And I do also feel like with this Aquarius energy that it's hasn't maybe ever been done before. Definitely feels like it's coming somewhere from your imagination and like you are bringing it into the real world, okay? Like you have some type of dream to do something that it's like two different things, right? Like somebody wants maybe to have a large career, but then you also want to have a big family. It doesn't have to be anything like grandiose, but like that's kind of the vibe I'm getting. Like you want something, but then you also want something else on a completely opposite spectrum. And I'm not gonna lie, there is a person here who is watching this, okay? Um because I think it's causing a little bit of chaos, okay, a little bit of confusion. Someone could be going through like you could literally feel like every single day is a little bit different. I'm getting someone who is like you have this new idea, you have this new understanding, this new perspective, something is new, you are working at it, it's going pretty well, but then it's like you get tired or exhausted out of nowhere, or something pops up to where you can't, keep. I'm getting tinkering. You can't keep tinkering with your new idea or your new plan or this this activation. It's like your activation keeps getting um I'm literally hearing like some type of machine turning on, like woo, and then you turn it off, and then it goes woo, and you turn it off again, and then woo, and you turn it off again, because it's like someone's trying to like, it feels like they're trying to snatch you out the sky. All right, and I do want to mention that person because I'm like, okay, we also do have 12th house energy, so someone could be trying to enslave you to them, okay? Or this could also be a person that like you were womb mates, okay? You both have like similar wounds, okay? This is somebody who knows you to be very similar to them, except you've gone in different directions. Like I'm literally getting like you have taken those wounds and you've made them a beautiful garden. This person made their wounds into some type of ugly graveyard with barbed wire and stuff. So they're looking at you, excuse me, barbed wire. They're looking at you and they're like Hello? Okay. Haven't we been through this, this, and this, and this? Haven't we both been through this, this, and this, and this? And then you're doing that, and I'm over here feeling and doing something completely different that's like below me, but yet you are rising above, you are expanding. Jupiter. Okay. Hold on. Can y'all see it? You are expanding with this Jupiter here. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Come on. Come on. You got it. You got it. Believe in yourself, camera. Okay, she don't got it. I have her on a very specific setting, so it's fine. You saw it for a moment. But yeah, it's like you are expanding and this person feels like they're not. Like, and this also could be somebody that you've been to college with because Jupiter does have a lot to do with uh the ninth house, college, secondary education. So this could have something to do with a career that you're building, right? This person maybe just be working a job just to work a job, but you're building some type of career, some type of reputation, some type of legacy that will, stand the test of time. And they're just like, who do you think that you are? All right. Um, yeah. Yeah, back to school. Okay, so someone could be going back to school here. Now, mind you, we're talking about building your power, okay? Finally getting what you deserve on the back of this card, okay? You are definitely building your power. I look for you everywhere. Okay, so this is somebody who is having some type of realization that like you are a special person, right? With this, I look for you everywhere. They're having some type of realization that wow, you're a very special person. You can't be imitated. You can't, you know, and there's something about this like Aquarius energy that makes me feel like this person tried to find a group of people that matched your unique frequency. Because remember, I was saying you have unique goals. So you could have like a unique frequency. Like you could be, you know, I'm thinking of the four elements and the different characteristics of those elements. So like you could be, feisty with like some tenacity, ambition, but then you also are very like soft. You have like a very vulnerable side, right? Maybe you can be very intellectual at moments and then other times you're like silly like a little freaking kid. And that complexity of you can be very much misunderstood. Okay. Um, to go from being super intellectual and serious to now, you're rolling around on the floor like a little kid, it's like very hard to understand. I'm also feel like I'm talking to somebody who literally does have 12th house placements or you're a Pisces because it's like understanding that we are never just one thing. No one is, right? Even if somebody chooses to hold on to that one thing, right? Nobody is just that. Okay. We all have multiple worlds inside of us. Okay. That message was for me. They're just like, ask what you want to know. We're waiting. Okay. So yes, how are they coming into their power? So what area of life are they coming into their power? Cord cutting. Um, I feel like the cord cutting has to do with your individual you individually, like set apart from other people, like cut away other people, okay? Someone's coming out of a group possibly, and somebody in this group sees you a specific way. You're also having spiritual upgrades, okay? That's what just came up with subconscious healing behind it in the deck. So it's like you are healing some type of subconscious wound about maybe who you are as an individual, set apart, alone, okay? And also finding your own way with this, there's many different doors that lead me to where I belong. Maybe you're not asking people, asking a community with this Aquarius energy. You're not asking communities or people or other people to see their point of view. Someone's just making moves. That is powerful, that is powerful, and it's making you super like attractive, magnetic even. So we have fifth house. Maybe you are building your power because you're dating. Okay, fifth house can be dating. Also raising children, healing your inner child. Um someone is stepping into their power because you're having fun, okay? Having fun with whatever this journey is, whatever the process is, whatever the goals are that you're trying to build. I'm also seeing, like, I'm literally seeing in my mind's eye, like somebody like demolishing a house, okay? And you can take that in multiple ways, right? Demolition. So that's you going through the house and tearing up the entire layout, cutting out walls and all different types of stuff, making it bare bones to just the foundation of the house and rebuilding. So it's like someone's been either rebuilding a project, rebuilding their image, rebuilding their social media, rebuilding their life, right? Their relationships, rebuilding them, their own emotional, mental, spiritual, whatever it is that you've been rebuilding. It definitely could be something spiritual because we have spiritual upgrade out here. It is coming across powerful, okay? For someone to have known you a specific way, especially if there's been a lot of insecurities that you've been known for, anything that was insecure or took away power from you, right? You were seen as somebody who was lower. For someone to see you completely demolish what they've known of you, to completely come to the bare bones. Maybe they saw you when you were at your lowest, when you were rebuilding, right? And now you're up to a place where people are starting to see really positive things about you, or the positive things that they knew before are now magnified and have a place to shine. And now it makes me come back to that person's energy who's just like, uh-huh, who? And you didn't want to tell nobody nothing, like that type of thing, right? They didn't choose you, they didn't want to stick around for the process, but now it's just like, you ain't told me nothing. Let's get some dinner or some lunch or some brunch and let's talk. Because I know you didn't think you was just about to make all these upgrades and I was just going to sit back here and just pretend like everything's cool, like I did before when I thought you weren't going anywhere. Hello? Hello? It's just okay. Christian witch. So if you're a Christian, this person's also Christian. Okay. I'm getting it seems like the person, okay, because they couldn't wait to come out. So yeah, if you're a Christian, they're also Christian. I have churchy here. All right. And it's like I'm getting like you're Christian. They're Christian. No, someone could be Christian here, okay? And this person is like a bit more religious than you are. Something could be coming out in the spring about them, or they could be coming to you in the spring. Something about the spring here, okay? So your power is really going to be seen. You're going to have a place to display it, or it's going to be like most amplified. So somebody's going through a process of stepping into their power. Um, and this is what people can see about you right now, right? They can see that you're having fun. They can see that you're magnetic. You can see that you're more attractive than they remember, right? And you're going through like you're not even where you supposed to be. You're not even at the precipice. You're not even, at the top of the mountain. So you're continuing to build. That's also building your power. That's also you stepping into your power, right? Um, and for others of you, you are here, but there's something about a situation with a person in the spring, right? Now, both can be true. You continue to build yourself in the summer. Now you're unrecognizable. Whoa, okay. Now I said summer. I was trying to say spring. So maybe in the spring or in the summer for somebody. Your passions is the abundance you have been looking for. So, yes, you are stepping into this very like passion, primal, like very fiery energy. Okay? Very fiery. And intuitive. Fiery and intuitive, because we have intuitive, spiritual, sensitive, divine, psychic. Okay, so all of these abilities could be like heightening for you right now. Fasting could be a great thing for somebody right now because it came up in the deck. It was kind of in the struggle position. So take what resonates. If you've been feeling like you need to fast, or this is just a normal time of year that you like to fast, you might want to go ahead and get into that. Get into it. Okay, so yeah, someone doesn't want to be straightforward about how they feel. Especially if you have two different belief systems, someone could feel a certain way about your spirituality and the way it's working for you, because remember, you're stepping into your power. So, and there's also this whole thing about rebuilding yourself, right? Someone seeing this, seeing it and feeling left out, seeing it and feeling like they want advice, but someone's not going to be upfront. They're not going to be real with you. They're going to like kind of come up and subliminally, okay, not be all the way, but subliminally ask you a lot of questions. This is like really good coffee, but it's like this really weird aftertaste. Anyway, so yeah. And then we have travel here. So fasting and traveling, okay? Or even just like going to do or try different things. So, but remember, we're cutting cords. So I guess, wow, for the person that this is a process and this process has now started, um, I'm also getting heart chakra activation, throat chakra activation. Those are the main things that are like the throat feels weighty, but the heart feels like womp, 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 womp. Okay. So to continue and almost like push this forward, start fasting. Okay. Maybe intermittent fasting, because fasting, I feel like, unpopular opinion, you should not just go into a dry fast or just stop eating. Like everything's a process, okay? So if you want to do a couple hours and then slowly work up to, half the day, then three-quarters of a day, then a whole day, and then, you want to keep that up for a couple days, that's fine. But like just jumping into it, who are we? Who are we right now? Unless you truly feel called to it, because there's been times where I've felt like I just didn't want to eat, and I just didn't. And oh my gosh, the next thing you knew, I was fasting because it's like I didn't want to eat. I wanted to be by myself, a lot of meditation. And I was just like, oh my gosh, I'm fasting. You know what I'm saying? But like, yes, there are certain times where you have to do it just straight up out of discipline or spiritual discipline as well. But yeah, I try not to give messages when I'm fasting. It's just, I get hangry, y'all. I get hangry, bro. Um, but yeah, and then we have something about passions. So yes, I see travel for you guys. Winter. Okay, this is not supposed to be a 2026 reading, but here we are. So yes, there could be travel in the winter, also possibly in the spring, and that depends on your hemisphere, okay? And then spiritual court. So the spiritual court in reverse, the cords have been cut. If there is somebody who is trying to, this could be a neighbor or somebody who lives around you, because neighbor was out here with mental health, my gosh. All right, so working on your mental health, it fell right next to this fifth house. Working on your mental health, you make like you make mental health look fun. You make mental health look like a fun thing to work on. I don't know, it's like you make therapy look fun. You make healthy choices and lifestyle changes look fun. And I think that's why, once again, somebody wants to come into your life because of how fun you make everything look. And that's really your power. Like, that's one of your powers, your passion, your drive, your essentially like your way of making things look cool, making things look fun, making things look authentic. Okay. You make spirituality look cool, fun, hip. You do. And I feel like people love you for that drive you have. People love that drive about you, to really be about your business and like really wanting to be your best self, okay? Um Whoever this person is trying to come back, it seems like they almost want to like start something spiritually. Like they could be like trying to manifest you, like praying to God, like you gotta hear me out, okay? um ooh, I don't know if I shared the song with you guys. Did I? I was channeling Over My Dead Body by Drake, okay? And the song essentially goes, um, how I feel, it doesn't matter, cause you know I'm okay. Instead, I ask myself, why do you worry? You know I'm the same. Um, and then I'm gonna go to this part. They try to take you away from me, only over my dead body. Okay, so essentially, I'm literally getting someone who's like, for some of you, it could be as simple as an ex being like, okay, I don't want you to be better without me. I don't want you to build yourself without me. For others of you, it's like someone feeling betrayed because there are certain ideas and goals that you similarly had, right? This person that you had like wounds with, right? You could both have daddy issues, you could both have mommy issues, you both could have like similar raising, right? And this person felt very personally connected to your story. So certain things that you're doing right now are things that you talk to them about, and they feel betrayed because they don't get to be on the sidelines, right? While you have all the drive, okay, you in the race, and they can't be on the sidelines, getting pointers and being in your corner. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, I doesn't really feel like that's anything that's your fault. I think it's just life. Like, it's just life. Okay. Like, this person really thought that when they walked away, or when they were doing their own thing, or when they were in their own world, that your life would just be like, pause until this person comes back. We wait. Like, no, who's going to do that? No one freaking does that. Okay. And now they want like a front row seat. They want to be, the first person at the table. And once again, also that doesn't work, okay? Because collective has now new community, new friends, who don't just get pushed back to the background just because this person wants to come back, okay? And they're like praying about it, right? They're asking God. They are, if they believe in their ancestors, they're giving libations and offerings to their ancestors, like, can you please push this forward in the spirit realm? And it's like everyone is hands tied, like, well, what are we supposed to say? Collective is stepping into their power. Collective is working on their mental health. Yes, they make everything look fun. Yes, the things that they do for themselves looks like such a good time, but we can't just put you into their life because you have FOMO. Okay? We can't just mess up someone's entire destiny because you have FOMO. That's not fair. Okay? FOMO, if y'all don't know, it means that the grass is always greener somewhere else. So somebody who wants to be around you because things look popping. Okay? I'm also getting this, for some of you, this is like a cycle. Like, this is a cycle for this person. No, this one. This one. Okay. But for some of you, this is like a cycle for this person. Like, they only want to be around you when things is popping, okay? And they want to see how much they can get out of it, and then they back away. Or this is just also a cycle in general. Whoa. So some of you, okay, and we do have Jupiter energy out here. So someone who has a very strong Jupiter placement, okay, Jupiter in the first, Jupiter in the third, Jupiter in the fifth, okay, because we have fifth house here. Jupiter in the 10th, okay? Somebody has a strong Jupiterian energy or strong Sagittarius energy. So like, people like to be around you when your harvest comes in. They don't like to be around you when you're hustling, because sometimes hustle doesn't look pretty. Okay, there's tears, there's crying, there's frustration, there's ranting, there's right. But then when your manifestations come in, they feel like it's almost a cycle, right? It's inevitable, it's always going to work out for group one. So because of that, we just gonna come in when it works out, and they'll never notice. But it's like your spirit team notices, right? And there's certain things that I feel like are coming in that these people don't get to sit at the table. They don't get to enjoy it with you, right? They don't get to go on the trips because they didn't do the fasting. Wow, because this fasting and the trips are right next to each other. And I was like, so you're gonna be fasting on vacation? What? No, they don't get to now enjoy when they didn't do the struggle part. They didn't do the work. They don't get to enjoy it just because group one has a great heart. That's not fair to you, right? So to upgrade you, to increase your personal power, they had to open that heart space after snatching them people back. Or for some of these people, they're easily distracted anyway. So they were like, okay, cool, flashy, flashy. Look at all these other people and all the things that they have going on, right? And the person was tempted. The person was tempted to go and be with people who were in their celebratory time. And then at that time, you could have just been focused on yourself trying to figure out how to upgrade, right? You notice that person moving weird, but I mean, it is what it is, okay? Right? Or maybe you did talk to this person about that, but there was no change. For some of you, you did talk to somebody about them moving weird and not supporting you and not being in your corner, but then like others of you, you just didn't really care. Um, this is a wild storyline, seriously. And now something is either about to work out for you guys or you're in the process of it working out and this person can like feel it and they're just like, oh, right? Because this person has a great way of sensing when people about to be on top. Okay, this person got a great way of sniffing out gold. Okay, and now they're like, okay, cool, I have to double back, and they try to double back and they hit a wall, and it was like, wait, they're not gonna let me back in? Oh no, right? Um, And this also gives like the card that I have where it's just like they thought karmics were better than you. So this could also be that type of storyline too. Someone who thought that like people who, you know, oh gosh, this sounds messed up. But someone could have thought scammers were better than you because they had more money, right? Like that type of thing. Like somebody thought, oh, well, this person has more possessions, they have more nice stuff than collective, so I'm gonna go hang out with this person, right? But then you buy a new car and they like, hey girl, that guy is a nice car, girl. Like, okay, like we going out. And you're just like, no, I'm actually busy. It's like, oh, okay. Person mad as hell, like, and now I'm literally getting like this person is basically saying like this over my dead body is their like way that they feel about this connection. And it's like so solemnly narcissistic, okay? How I'm feeling, it doesn't matter, okay? Because you know I'm okay. But do you want to hang around somebody who's just okay? Or do you want to hang around people who can reflect that energy of like fun and happiness and even being spiritual and having psychic abilities? You want to be around people who value peace. You want to be around people who don't like a whole bunch of drama. And FOMO people, okay, where the grass is always greener somewhere else. Oh, they love drama, okay? They love le drama, okay? And anyways, they're like, why would you worry about me? Okay, you know I'm always gonna be the same. You know I can be a little shallow. You know I can, I just like nice stuff. Like, mm-mm, mm-mm. And they feel like something is taking you away from them. So they could even feel like your nice stuff is taking you away from them. Like, oh, you done got a big head. Oh, you done accomplished a couple things, graduated college, did whatever. Oh, you got these psychic abilities and now you think you're more intuitive and blah 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 blah. And it's like, you got your mental health together and now you think you doing something out here. You better than me. You think you better than me, okay? And it's like, no, I don't think it's that. But I do think that this person is very shallow. Oh my gosh, 30 minutes. Oh, I talk so much, y'all. I talk so much. And it's just like I've had a friend like this, like, oh my gosh. I went through a glow down after freaking high school because I didn't know what the heck to do with my hair. And I knew this girl, she was like makeup, hair, all that stuff, right? Mind you, I went through a period of time where I used to do like makeup and hair and stuff like that, but like life just became too much. Plus, I lived in Atlanta and in the summertime it's just hot. It's just hot. And the summer likes to last forever. And I got tired of sweating my makeup out. I got tired of sweating my makeup out and straightening hair and then frizz and look, okay? And she caught me slipping. All right. She just straight up told me one day, girl, your hair looks crazy. Your wig is thin. You need to throw it away. And I'm sorry. Like, I just don't know how else to tell you. And I'm over here like, dang, like, wow, that really hurt. But you told me the truth. And I really appreciate that. She started acting so weird towards me. So weird. But whenever I would get something new, it's like she was like some type of vulture. Like, oh, let me go and see how much this costs. Let me go and see this. Oh, you got a new place? Girl, let me see. You got a new car? Let me see. You going to this college? Let me see. Like, oh my God. It's like anytime I had something nice, she's like, huh. Like a little fly. Like, ooh. Okay. Anytime I was going through something serious, she's like, oh, okay, girl. Well, I'll talk to you later. Bye. Okay, bye. All right. Talk about emotions. Yeah, I understand, girl. Bye. Like, go to call her. This call cannot be completed as dialed. Like, bro, it was insane. Um, and I feel like there were so many signs to like just really back up from that friendship. And I had to wait until she betrayed me so hard that it was like, dang, I can't ignore this anymore. And and it was always the cycle of I'm here when everything's great. As soon as you go through something serious, I'm gone. Great, gone. Great, gone. And every single time I would notice that she would just like dilute the happiness in my life. Like if I'm going through something that's great and it's like I'm getting a new opportunity, she's like criticizing me and making me overthink and, basically just throwing up all over the good things that are happening. And then she disappears. And I'm like, girl, what the heck? That's the vibe I'm picking up on here. Okay. I really should call these oracle reads. Hmm. You guys are coming into a Ten of Pentacles. And I do feel like it definitely has something to do with like just reputation as well. With this mental health in fifth house, I do feel like someone has like some type of passion with psychology. If not psychology, it could also be like speaking, influencing others to do things that are like good for their mental health. Like somebody, your journey to mental health, especially if you're neurodivergent, is something that you truly need to share. You have legacy there because like even just being support for other people who are going through the things that you've been through and maybe are still working through, you could definitely find a large community there and a community that could lead to money opportunities as well, especially if you have a degree in it. I don't know, who am I talking to? If you have a degree in something psychological and you also have some type of journey that you're working through your mental health, baby, you meant to have some type of like, I'm seeing shorts. So YouTube shorts, TikTok. Come on. All right. Like, I'm tired of seeing all this Aquarius energy out here and all these people who are obsessed with y'all. And you better turn that camera on. Okay. Turn the TV on. Turn the TV on. I think it's supposed to be turn the TV off. But no, seriously, like collective, we going up this year. We going up. Can't bring us down. I love y'all. I want y'all to be successful. I just heard somebody say, girl, I'm not an internet personality. Eh, You're a personality. And your personality is needed in the community, aka an interwebs. Okay? Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Resources, Queen of Practical Help, okay? Queen of Work Ethic, okay? Abundance. I'm also something about practicalized help. Practicalized help. Like you could really help to somebody has advice that can help people with being stuck. Because there's something about your energy that was stuck and you got yourself unstuck. You can help other people to get mentally unstuck. Y'all about to make me cry right now. Yes, you help people to spirit. Don't do this to me right now. You help people to come out of the 5 of Pentacles. And that's literally a power of yours. And that's why you attract so many people to you who want essentially you to like spoon feed them everything that they need. But it's like a lot of your journey was learning to get yourself unstuck first and then not spoon feeding people, but pointing them in the right direction. I feel like I'm talking to somebody like maybe you're a mother bear or like you're like that big sister, auntie energy, okay, big brother, uncle energy that like you always kind of give people the listening ear, not only the listening ear, but like you help them with any troubles that they have. The Queen of Pentacles is definitely somebody that you go to if you're in a pinch financially. All right. They might lecture you, but most of the time they do give, they do help. Okay. They won't forget it and there will be interest on that payback. But it's like, I feel like somebody was somebody. Okay. One more for this Queen of Pentacles. One more for this Queen of Pentacles. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Because I was just like, what? Oh, okay. So who's the collective in this situation? What's their energy? What's their energy? What's the collective's energy? Because Queen of Pentacles is somebody else. All right. Hmm. Got me wondering if everything is upside down. Oh, okay. Something about you is coming out as the Hierophant. All right. The Hierophant, but also the Hierophant in reverse. So you're somebody who rips away traditions and systems that are not working. You're very rebellious to a system, whatever that system may be, which is why it is important for you to be a leader of your own life and also to get a like to get in front of your brand, in front of your energy. Um like it's important for you to share your thoughts, to share your realizations, so that not only can you touch the world and connect with the world, people can better understand who you are. So someone saying like, okay, I'm not an internet personality, that's fine, but I'm like getting one-liners. Like somebody needs to go ahead onto this internet and drop one-liners, okay, 2 or 3 sentences, and it's just realizations, different things that you're learning, different things that you're passionate about. And you'll be freaking surprised, dude. You'll be freaking surprised. Like, how many people actually think the complete opposite about you? You're like, oh, I'm not an internet personality. And in all actuality, you actually are. That's a message for somebody. I'm moving on. All right. So you have someone, a Queen of Pentacles, who I feel like you're the sun in this situation. And I thought you were the Queen of Pentacles. Somebody could be, an earth sign here, but it's like you're coming out as the sun. You are both the sun and the hermit. And you feel like a safe place to run to when things go wrong. You feel like a safe place to run to when things go wrong and people want you to spoon feed them. Okay? But you don't have time for that. The way that you are stepping into your power, you don't have time to spoon feed. You can point someone in the right direction, but this is like this Five of Pentacles energy. These are people who do not respect boundaries. These are people who are like kind of like how you pass a beggar on the street and sometimes they'll straight up jump out in front of you like, hey, come on, give me a dollar, give me this, give me that, hey, how much time you got? Can I get your time? Can I get your time? I need to tell you about this bum ass dude I'm dating. Sorry, just trying to make sure I can get in here, talk to you. I just need to tell you about this bum ass dude I'm dating, and I want to tell you about my job, and they go crazy. And it's just like, and they want you to like spoon feed them everything that you know, everything that you sense, everything that you feel, everything that you could everything you could possibly help them with. A lot, right? And then they don't have anything to give back. Like nothing. They could not do what you do for them back to them. Yet some of these people went out of their way to just treat you like nothing, nada, zilch, because there's somebody else who had flashier stuff, or somebody else who had a more fancy job or a better lifestyle, and they just left you. When anytime they go through something, they know exactly who to go to, and it's you. Weird, right? Weird? Yeah, strange. Um, mm, mm, mm. Okay. Because y'all, you know I could get to talking forever. So I think I'm gonna get a few things more out, and then we're gonna just call this a day. Anything else about how they're coming into their power? Yes, someone wanted to destiny swap with you. So yes, this could be someone who's a earth sign, like you're both earth signs, or you are the earth sign in this situation, and they feel like you are too independent to do this. And once again, this is why this person had to be away from you. There had to be distance set for you to be blessed and for you to step into this power, for you to receive, I feel like another layer of your purpose, of your own destined energy, right? Um, we all have like a higher self, and sometimes our higher self can't really acclimate to our bodies for that connection. um think of your higher self as like the motherboard of your soul, and sometimes your soul can't completely connect to you because um you're not at the vibrational match of the actual purpose of your soul. Sometimes you're so far left field that you are disconnected from your higher self. Okay, no inner voice, nothing. Okay. Um and whoever this person is, they Wow, it brings me back to what I was just saying. Them coming in and out of your life to make sure that they keep throwing off your frequency so that you never completely ground some type of personal power. Ooh, that's deep. That's deep for somebody. Ah. Okay. So your personal power is loving, okay? Loving. Forward movement, even in the next week. I'm not lying. These two came out together. Forward movement in the next week. Period. Um, yeah, and you're about to meet people who are really happy to have you in their life. Um, People that's safe to love, you know? You're also very mysterious. I said that. I was saying that about y'all. Okay, spiritual upgrade again. Period. Okay, relaxed. All right. Somebody's about to get some relaxation with this hermit. Okay, somebody's about to be taking some time to themselves to relax. I'm seeing bathrobes. I'm seeing cold plunges for some people. I don't know. Everybody's relaxation looks different. Quirky. Quirky. Okay. And big D energy. My gosh. Okay. Big boss. Big boss. All right, somebody meeting the big boss. Let me stop. Let me stop. Okay, that is your read. Okay, tons of good things going on, especially if you did any like major cord cuttings over the last like year. Um, hey, manifestation of all these great things because of the decisions you made. Yay. Okay, sacrifices were made. Now blessings are coming. Yay. Okay. Not saying every blessing has to come with a sacrifice. Okay, we are not sacrificial people. But I mean, sometimes you have to let go of something that in the moment seems like a sacrifice, but it's actually way better for you. And, in the future, you're way happier that you let that thing go, right? And then, boom, you become an energetic match for the things that you actually want. Okay, so y'all, I could talk forever. That is your read. I hope it was helpful to something that was going on in your life. And yeah, you stepping into that power, baby. Bow, bow. Okay, anyways, bye. Group two. How are you stepping into your power? I want to say you're stepping into your power, and based off of the higher self messages we got, the first one was there are many different doors that lead you to the place of true belonging. Okay. So there are many different places that lead you to a place where you truly belong. Then the second card was be the brave, authentic soul that you are always destined to be. Okay. And then the last card that came out, everything pointing towards this multiple doors that lead you to the place that you belong. Okay. So the last card was you pull the strings and control your own life. I'm having to redo this because I realized that I myself did not explain um I did not explain dark feminine energy the way that I needed to. So let's get in close here. Hold on. Hold on. Wait, can I okay. So here's a stitch. Dark feminine energy. It doesn't have a lot of great definitions, and that's fine. But if I were to describe dark feminine energy, I would say that it is decisive feminine energy. Okay? It is when you completely connect. Completely connect. Do I think everybody has the capacity? Yes. Do I think most people really allow themselves to truly connect to their internal world, truly connect to the part of them that is most like God? Okay, because I mean, as much as I hate to say it, even when we look to the Bible, right? Um, God is very feminine. Okay, so it's like very potent manifestation energy, right? Before there was any light, what was there? Dark, feminine. Okay, I believe it's the yin to the yang. You can't have yang without yin, right? For every light, there is a shadow. And your dark feminine is like a process of sorts. It can be activated. And when it's activated, it can be rebellious and objectified and people want to reject it. They want to reject that part of you and they want you to fall into, normal femininity and then just, even back out of the femininity because tears and processing of emotions and meditation and bleh, that sounds awful. Just leave all that alone. But when you allow yourself to really give in to your intuition and allow yourself to grow in it, allow yourself to be patient with it, allow yourself to really come to terms with who you truly are, that's when you really tap into your feminine energy. And it's not always like someone who's a shaman or a practitioner, it's someone who can allow themselves in whatever lane that they're in, right? This could be someone with dark feminine energy can be a lawyer, they can be a doctor, they can be a writer, they can be a dancer, they can be a teacher, they can be anything, okay? But it is the connection to the divine that you allow to essentially take you on a journey and you stop looking to the outside world to gratify something to you. Boom, you're in your dark feminine energy right there, right there, right? A lot of people get to it and don't even know. Don't even know. Okay? But I feel like somebody here, I'm going to read a prompt that I thought was really cool. Okay? But somebody here realized that there was a call. There was a call for you to go all in. There was a call for you to stop. I hate this word, pussyfooting around. Okay? Stop. Somebody was like going back and forth and back and forth. And you decided to just let it take you. Let it take you. Let the process take you. Okay. So 10 habits of a dark feminine woman: mysterious, magnetic, and unapologetic. Okay. 1, she observes more than she speaks. 2, She sets boundaries without guilt. 3, she owns her own shadow. 4, practices solitude. 5, she she just seducts with energy, not just with looks. Oh my gosh. Solitude helps to cleanse the energy and makes your energy more potent. When you tell someone to meditate and that meditation time will bring in their manifestations quicker, people get like, I don't want to. But it becomes quicker because you become more a part of the universe. That flow state is godhood. That flow state is becoming like the creator. And when people step into their dark feminine energy, specifically when women step into their dark feminine energy, you become more like the godhood energy that created the universe around you. Oh, and all of this made it hard for you to really express what was happening to you, what you were doing. Um, and I think a lot of people that you always thought would support you, people that you thought would always love you, Six of Pentacles, they didn't get it. They didn't get it. They didn't understand, and you were coming off as the Knight of Wands. Even though, and we literally have North Node here, okay? Literally have North Node here. Even though we're literally in that North Node, doing exactly what you should be doing. Come on. Show the people. Even though you were in your North Node energy, doing exactly what you're supposed to be doing, this is about to piss me off. Don't piss me off today. Is this really happening? Oh, now you see it. This is really about to piss me off. Oh my gosh. But yeah, you're in your North Node energy, doing exactly what you're supposed to be doing. And I think it made you come off as a risk taker, someone who's a gambler. It could have made you come off as overly ambitious. Somebody who puts too much on their plate, somebody who is letting their energy be all scattered everywhere. And maybe you came across as kind of like a hippie, like you didn't really care about life, you didn't care about results, you didn't care about, reputation, you didn't care about any of that. And I think to a certain extent, yes, you didn't. I'm just, to a certain extent, yes, you didn't care. Okay. But on another in another way, I feel like you were actually creating balance. This could even be like ancestrally. Like if everyone else in your family or everyone else in your communities and the places that, the people who are supposed to support you, if everyone only values masculine energy, now the feminine energy as a collective is so watered down that there has to be somebody who comes in with the seed to be that feminine energy that is so repressed. And it's only the people who have like that Lilith, that Scorpio, that strong Chiron energy. It's only people who have the awareness that they can't push down that are forced to carry that cross. And that's what I'm talking about here today. You're finally seeing the good part of what it looks like to walk the path of the dark feminine. At first, it looks like objectification. It looks like, um, in the best part of objectification, people try to like hold you as a trophy. People try to, say like, yeah, I have control over group 2, or oh yeah, none of you guys get her. Well, she's my person, or this is the person that I have control over. It's like this weird imprisonment energy. And for a long time, the feminine energy within the dark feminine, like, it's a lot of fear, it's a lot of insecurities, it's a lot of there's a lot wrong with me, because people are pointing out every part of your feminine energy, your sensitivity, your intuition, your ability to connect to the divine easily at that, right? They demonize it. They make you come across as ungrounded. They make you come across as someone who, maybe even tries to use their spiritual gifts for attention, okay? Their sensitivity for attention. You want people to do all of this stuff to make you feel comfortable, and then diminishing your energy. But a lot of people who walk the path of the dark feminine is that there is a rip away time. There is an isolation time. There is a time where, you know, it's kind of like enough is enough. People call it the phoenix rising moment, but I actually think it's the phoenix falling moment. It's the moment before the phoenix has to arise, that has to start burning, right? And we have fire energy in reverse. Someone is coming out of this because you have judgment. Judgment's like ending of a cycle. Okay, the final whistle is blown. This is over. The race is over. And you're unloading a lot of burdens about your personal personality, who you are, right? You're unloading that fear, you're unloading that misunderstanding, that objectification, right? There's something about someone's energy that you have gone through, people trying to actually objectify you, and try to make you come off as loosey goosey, unreliable, unfaithful, because of the way that your body looks, and also the way that you are just attractive. Like, you just attract people to you. You attract partners, right? Um, Eligible bachelorette. Okay, I was also getting like a strong Huda energy. Someone could literally have olive skin, like look like her, or be like Middle Eastern. Um, or it's just like it makes me think of the storyline of the Love Island. Now, mind you, I love that my black girlies found love, but at the same time, I have to acknowledge when socially someone was done wrong. Someone was, um, misunderstood, gaslit, and then pushed out the group. There's a strong energy about that right now. And it's like the very groups that you got pushed out of is actually what's sparking something for you. And I love a good underdog story, because it's like when people push you out of the group, right? They want to be like, yeah, you'll be nothing without me. That objectification. You'll be nothing without me. You'll be nothing. But a lost person, a wounded person, an insecure person. You'll be nothing but a hoe. You'll be nothing but somebody who's always gonna be lost and da, 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 right? Just for you to find your light within the darkness, hence the phoenix rising moment, that moment of expansion. And the thing is, with dark feminine energy, you go through a long period of time of accepting who you are, accepting the downsides of your energy, to finally all at once, it comes in all at once, and boom. Okay, you could have people becoming a bit obsessed with you overnight. Okay, I think I said that in group one, but it's that's why I'm doing this topic, because it's just like a lot of people's feminine energy, that spiritual, it's like some type of spiritual passion. Okay, like rising up to the surface, and I'm like, what fits the bill the most? Dark feminine energy. The phoenixes are rising, the phoenixes are up in the freaking sky, and it looks like a whole bunch of energetically, it looks like freaking fireworks. Okay, it looks like fireworks. And you had to realize beat for confirmation, y'all. What the heck? You had to realize that you were all that you needed. I think there was a period of time where someone wanted community, friends so badly to the point where, you kind of went through this cycle a couple of times, right? Especially with this, you pull the strings that control your own life. A lot of you wanted to grow with others. So with a large capacity of feminine energy, that's you nurturing others and then not realizing that you run out of the energy to do it for yourself. And then it looks like everyone around you flourishing, but then you not flourishing. And then we're back to this gaslighting energy of, well, if you would take care of yourself, maybe you would flourish. And if you would put some time into yourself, maybe you would flourish, right? Completely ignoring that they're wearing your energy, that they're wearing your effort, that they're wearing your nurturing all over their energetic field, right? Because when someone pours into you, Ace of Cups, when someone pours their time, their effort, their love, their nurturing, their care, their kindness, when they pour that onto you, you can make the ishiest of persons look good. Okay, you can make the trashiest of people look amazing when you fill them with the right energy. Even though the core of them is still trash, you've made them look amazing. And I feel like that's, once again, what we're talking about here. It was not a pretty path at all. It took a lot of strength on top of the fact that you might be a little stubborn, right? So you may have gone through it a couple of times. Well, no. I can still build people and build myself at the same time. I don't want to be selfish. I don't want to just, go into myself and do all of it by myself, not to mention it might get lonely and right? It's never okay for someone to be alone. Ah, that sounds like someone's inner child. So there's also some inner child healing here. Now I'm hearing the bear's necessities. I can't remember what movie that was, but it was like this boy finds a bear, and the bear wants the boy to stay a boy forever because he doesn't want to like be alone, right? So yeah, you had a lot of fake friends, okay? And a lot of fake friends, okay? They could have even been these Knight of Wands people, a lot of chaotic people that made it hard for you to focus on just your growth. So, boom, you start that cycle, you become used to it, and you're constantly, attracting chaotic people that take you away from your own goals. Time to rest and reverse. People who, you know, who don't want you to rest, who don't want you to have that peace, right? Okay, as I said, put it upright. So, yeah, someone could be resting a bit right now while you're going through this upgraded time. This is definitely going to increase someone's physical attraction. And then we have, okay, sugar daddy on the floor and divine counterpart. Okay, someone is attracting someone to them who, you know, got a little money in the bank. She ain't got no money in the bank. She be walking around acting all sad. And now she at the party looking at me. So yeah, someone's about to attract in a partner, or you already have a partner, and someone's trying to say you're a gold digger because I saw sugar daddy and all I heard was she ain't got no money in the bank. She be walking around acting all stank, and now she at the party looking at me. I ain't trying to save that girl. I ain't trying to save that girl. I ain't trying to save that girl. I ain't trying to play that girl. Yeah. So essentially, someone's like trying to. Didn't I just say you was going to start attracting a lot more attention to you? And the thing is, with like dark feminine energy, people will feel like your energy is so potent that they'll try to diminish it. And it's almost like you kind of have to start seeing life as almost like a game. I say all the time because you start seeing life as less serious and you see it as more like a game. Like when someone says something negative to you unprovoked, and you just have a random criticism that's just kind of harsh, you realize you have to start realizing, at least for me, I had to start realizing, like, okay, what does this say about this person? Like where is this coming from? Why are they doing this? And I started to realize, okay, they're trying to diminish me. They're trying to make me feel bad because I am just a little bit too potent for them. Something about me is just a little bit too loud and they want it to be quiet, even though I haven't said anything to this person, even though I'm not saying anything. There's something about me that's just a little bit too loud to this person. So they feel like they need to diminish me. And usually the type of insult will tell you what they're trying to diminish. Okay. So, like, if someone tries to diminish your body, right, they'll talk about your looks. You're too skinny, you're too big. Um, your hair is uneven. You look dusty, okay? You'd be so pretty if you put in a little bit more effort. You'd be so pretty if you did this. And it's because this person already thinks you're pretty. This person already thinks that you're good looking, okay? So yeah, a lot of people are gonna have a lot more to say about your appearance or your attractiveness. Someone's going to start running into more pretty privilege because of the power that you're running into as well. Um, yeah, yeah. And it's also something about your natural talents. Okay, your natural talents. Someone has like a natural talent or gift that's like rising to the surface. Please know that you're protected. Okay, someone's spirit team wants them to know that they're protected, period. Okay, this upgrade for you is protected. Just because people have something to say or they're thinking negatively about you, uh, literally they're saying they're not seeing clearly with this third eye in reverse. They're not seeing clearly, so it doesn't really matter. Okay, deburden yourself of other people's opinions, but it's almost like a warning of there will be opinions. Okay, when you start up leveling, when your energy upgrades, right, people will start to notice you in ways that maybe they haven't before. Okay, people want to call you who don't normally talk to you. People want to talk to you more than they normally do because your energy, the potency of your energy, the value of your frequency is going up. Okay. Also something about dreams. Someone's going to start having dreams, like warnings about things that you need to focus on and things that you don't need to focus on, right? So somebody might want to get a dream journal and also a dream symbolization book or something. Yes, you worked very hard to get to where you are right now in life, and I really feel like I'm literally hearing someone like say my name 100 times. Like someone's gonna get tired of hearing your own name because people are gonna want to be picked by you with this pick me energy, right? Um, I'm literally hearing they called you the pick me, now they want to be picked by you. Okay, so someone calls you a pick me, and now they want to be picked by you. Somebody wants to be your friends of benefits. Like as I said, there's like this optif objectification that is increasing with romance behind the friends of benefits. Like you got people who, are non-committal wanting to commit, okay? And mind you, somebody is in a divine counterpart like relationship. You already found your person and someone's like, "How do you know that this is your person? Give me a chance. I promise I'll be better than them," right? You're being seen as accomplished, okay? Accomplished, and for some of you, if you are single, someone thinks that you're accomplished and lonely. I don't think that that is true, okay? And then we have fearless in the struggle position. So yeah, this is all the things that you're being perceived as. You're being perceived as fearless. um Hearing walk the plank. Somebody's had to walk the plank. I feel like somebody's been kicked out of a group, whether it's a friend group, a family, but it's people who like knew you very well and somebody like kicked you out of the group because of some type of objectification. Like someone said that you were a type of person that you weren't, that someone like muddied up your personality or your reputation. And at the time, people just went with it or people just believed this person. But it's like something about the way that you are now. It's like you were walking the tightrope, you were walking the plank, and now it's like you done built a house out the plank or something, and you done like made this like this safe place out of this isolation. So it's like now people are like, oh, I want to go check up on them, see how they're doing. No, you don't want to check up on them and see how you're doing. You want to see what they're doing. What's the magic here? What's going on? Because there's definitely some magic involved, okay, with this your voice. So somebody's like, oh, I just want to hear their voice. I just want to see how they're doing. I just want to hear their voice. Okay. But the truth of the matter is some people they hate and love you because of jealousy. That's what it all is, right? Jealousy is both hate and love at the same time, hate and admiration at the same time, because they're relearning something. So you got people who are relearning things because of the way that they treated you while you were going through something that was like it messed with your reputation, right? Maybe you were dating somebody and they were like talking trash about you to other people, and that those people believe that person. Maybe you started at a job, you maybe overshared something about yourself at the job, and then somebody went and told everybody at the job that you were, some type of negative quality about you. Or just people genuinely lying, like, oh, this person's a scammer. I bet you they have a sugar daddy. I bet you that they have 100 partners. I bet you that they have an OnlyFans. Like, right? Now, mind you, you could have an OnlyFans, but it's like all of the extra stuff was like wrong. So there could have been one truth, but the rest of it was lies. And everybody just went with it. Okay. Somebody needs to hydrate. I don't know why that comes up every once in a while. Um, okay. Yeah. Uh, People being thirsty to get in somebody's life. Someone could be about to move to a new place or get a new home. Okay. Because as you know, when you get a spiritual upgrade, it will then fall over into the real world because, it has to balance out. What happens in the spirit realm has to come over to the real world as well. So when your energy becomes more potent and more valuable, right? You'll get more opportunities because now you're being risen to a different plane of existence. So the opportunities that you may be maxed out at this level, now with your energy going up, okay, now here's all of the other opportunities that are now available to you on this level, right? And I'm also seeing someone digging up, but then going higher. You were around a lot of people who didn't know what the heck they were doing. People who nobody takes responsibility for anything and nobody has any drive. You were the one person who I feel like was imaginative. Like you talked about all the different possibilities of life, and all these people thought that you were like crazy. Like, oh, group two is just always in their own head. What the heck are they even talking about? Um, and you just had like grandiose dreams, but nobody could see the potential in you because it was all hidden within you, like within your feminine energy. So that imagination was actually a really, really good thing. It's just at the time you didn't have, it wasn't coupled with anything. It was just very imaginative. Then you went on about your life. I don't know what happened. Like I don't know what happened to make these people like move away from you. What made them move away from group 2? Shocked, shocked. I can't stand to see you do well. What made them move away from group 2? What did group 2 do? I don't feel like it was something you did on purpose. Like I said, it was like something that you did and everyone projected something negative onto that thing, right? And I do feel like it has something to do with someone's actuality. It has something to do with someone's um like life path that they chose to follow. Everyone else was going one way, you went an opposite way, and then people just like separated themselves from you because they just didn't think that anything good was going to come of your life. What they didn't know that you was words. They didn't know that you were hardworking. They didn't know that you had the tenacity to get what you needed to get done. But it's like you needed an opportunity. Like you needed the way, right? You needed the way to see it. And it was something about like you staying on your path that led you to the way. Does that make sense? Oh my gosh, I'm trying to get this out and it's like so difficult. Because the only thing that wants to come out is like, oh, no, how they're perceiving you. Oh, this person, they are thirsty. They're overly ambitious. This person, oh, they're a pick me. They're this and they're that and they're this. And I'm like, yeah, if they're all of those things, then why are you trying to get in their energy? Why are you bombarding the reading if they're so trash? Conflicting situations. Okay, thank you, Spirit. You were honest with a lot of people about things, right? But you had a lot of grandiose dreams and plans for your life, or things that they just didn't think were important. So people try to diminish your perception, your way of life, right? Your femininity, your sensitivity, your nurturing nature. They tried to diminish it. So then there was some period of time. I'm trying to figure out how to get this out. You went from the point of time where you're just a little bud, right? You were just a potential, right? Then you made certain decisions that people thought weren't smart. Because of that, when it came time to use your voice, to speak some type of truth, to be real with people, you know, it, they didn't take it well because they felt like, with your reputation, you shouldn't be speaking. You don't know anything, da 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 da, right? Then you move away from these people. You continue to work hard in your lane, doing what you do, right? Um, and now it's like someone didn't see you in the way that you work and the way that you move, right? Your manifestation, your trust in the universe, your meditation, only making moves that your intuition tells you to make. They didn't think any of that would work out for you. Somebody has gotten some type of breakthrough that has now come over into their real life. Maybe you moved, maybe you got, better things, better houses, better cars, whatever, something better, right? So now it's making some type of real life appearance. That's why I kept getting Huda, where she went from being ostracized and kicked out and treated a specific way. Then in her own lane, she started to thrive, right? People are still trying to sabotage her and go through whatever the heck. But it's like once she entered her own lane, in her own lane, she blasts the freak off, right? You can say whatever you want to say about her, say however you feel about her. It doesn't really matter. Because at the end of the day, she continued to do her own thing and blasted the freak off, right? So people are still objectifying you, still trying to, downgrade you, but they're downgrading you from behind you. And that's the T. They're downgrading you from the background with the lion's den in reverse. They want to, if these people could get you all like get around you and you be in the middle of the circle and they just talk ish about you, and they call it probably an intervention, but no, they just be talking shit, right? If they could, they would. If they could, they would. Okay? Because they have conflict. They have conflict. These fake friends, these people who swore that they care about you, they have conflict with the things that you're able to achieve with your way of living. These are people who just think that everything is about the 3D, okay? Everything's about the 3D, and you always keep everything realistic. And something about your grandiose lifestyle that has put you in a place that these people would never understand. But it was a journey, it was a path, and you stayed your course. And what these people saw from the outside was you constantly being knocked down, then building yourself up to just being stable, then knocked down again, just being stable, knocked down again. And they were just like, why? Why would you put yourself through all this turmoil when you could just do what everyone else is doing and just like beg to be back in the group again? And maybe we let you in. We're still gonna treat you like trash though, but okay. Like, why would you do all of this? And now it's working out. And now they want to talk. And now they want to understand. And now they want to get up close and they want to, do their inspections to see, okay, is this valid? Is this a valid overcoming? Or is it all just a lie? But it's crazy because we don't care. We don't care how they feel about it. Okay. Just letting you know what's going on so that my peeps can be in the know so that you can get around this energy, because it's like this is the type of energy that they project, and it's supposed to make you question yourself. Like, oh, well, do I really want this? Do I really want that? And it makes you miss out on things. They want you to miss out, okay? They want you to sabotage because they're spending so much time in your energy to figure out what you got going on. It's so annoying. But yeah. Oh, y'all, that's your message. Took forever to get this out. Oh my gosh. I hope it was helpful. Yeah. Love you guys. Bye. Collective. Collective of group three. Three. You have a situation where somebody tried to take your power, so you're actually getting your power back. Okay. I was told to go and look at something, and I was just like, I don't know, spirit. I try to stay out of that type of energy, and they're like, no, go look, and I'm like, okay. Someone tried to like steal something from you. Tenacity seems to be the word this today. But what did they try to steal, spirit? Spirit guides and ancestors of the highest vibration that love me and my collective unconditionally. Thank you so much for this message of how the collective is walking into their power. Okay. Can I start now? Okay. Look, my spirit team will snatch me. They'll be like, pray in, set the intention, girl. Okay. What is you doing? All right. Okay, someone saw you as a doll. Someone saw you as maybe a bit um like you weren't in the driver's seat of your own life. Maybe you were coming across as maybe someone who didn't have intention. Okay. Someone who didn't have intention, someone who was maybe just a little bit too free flowing. It seems that this person, if someone saw you as a doll, I guess they assumed that they knew your inner workings. They assumed that they knew something about you. So this seems intuitive, like passive, observing. Someone was observing you and assuming that like you didn't have any purpose, or that you didn't know your purpose, that you didn't know maybe your potential even. Gullible is the first thing that comes up, but like when we're talking about like a puppet or a doll, it's someone who kind of looked at you like a beta. I hate using those two, but it is what it is. Like a beta person. Triggering. Okay. Triggered. Ah, so triggered. Okay. Can I sweep you off your feet in reverse? Ooh. So yeah, someone thought they could take something from you because they thought you wouldn't notice, nor did they think you would care. Um, and with this, can I sweep you off your feet? There was definitely some manipulation, some love bombing in this connection. Ooh, sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. I'll try to cut that out. I hit the mic. Um, Soft reflection. I'm telling you, someone made a really quick read. Someone made a really quick read of who you are and assumed that like they would get away with something. Maybe the goal was to like trigger you and then like do a bait and switch. What is this about? Aggressive in reverse. Yeah, someone didn't think that you had like tenacity. They didn't think you had a backbone. They didn't think that you had strategy even, right? It's more feminine version of that Mars energy, which is where you find tenacity, where you find conflict resolution, right? Um Someone didn't think that you had the ability to fight for yourself, fight for, your own energy, becoming obsessed. So now this person has become obsessed with their original observation of you. And something about where you are now is triggering them because they realize now that whatever love bombing they tried to do, whatever bait and switch situation, um whatever they tried to snatch from you, it didn't really it didn't really work. uh can you come clean up my mess in reverse with mom? So this could be someone's mom, or they could be a mom, like they have kids. Okay, with leadership qualities in reverse and regression. Okay, so essentially, someone thought that you would be someone who would always need someone to stand up for them. Like, someone saw you as kind of like a perpetual victim. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Please don't get into the comment section and cuss me out, okay? But someone saw you as like a perpetual victim. Maybe there was some things going on in your life that you did feel a victim to, or you were just talking about like different things that you were going through, but they felt like something about your perspective, something about your energy, something about the way you carried yourself gave off victim. It didn't come off as somebody who was taking responsibility for, you know, their actions, taking responsibility for their life. It kind of felt like you were at the will of whatever happened to you. And I guess it kind of felt like someone thought that they could kind of shove you around a bit, whether energetically or physically, to get their way out of something. They kind of thought like, oh, all I need to do is just a little bit of bullying, or a little bit of, you know, uh reverse psychology, and I would probably have this person completely rendered to my will, and I'll be able to, you know, still take whatever part of them that I think is worthy of stealing and taking. Now, let's get into what they was trying to take. Okay? Let's see what they was trying to take with this leadership qualities and um can you clean up my mess in reverse? Someone saw you as like a mess, like an unfixable mess, or some type of circumstance that you found yourself in was some type of unfixable mess. Like you were unhealable. Okay, strong Chiron energy. You could have messages in group two. So someone saw you as like an unfixable problem. Like, ugh, they are bound to their circumstances, bound to their emotional state, bound to the things that have happened before them, and this person's never going to be able to get past this, blah blah blah, right? So what are they trying to steal from my group three? Okay, someone was trying to steal this Libra energy about you. So Libra, that's mediation, that's balance, that's aesthetics. Okay, so someone could have been trying to steal your look, some type of essence that you have, some type of aesthetic that you have, right? Someone's trying to steal. Mm, because when I think Libra, I think style as far as outfits, hair colors. Um, I'm also getting like that feminine because like Libra is feminine. For somebody, it's the way you do your makeup, but like I'm seeing like a man. I'm seeing a man with like, you know, a little goatee or like a little, you know, beard, and you do your makeup. Ooh, yes. From what I'm seeing in my head, ooh, you beat that face down, okay? Someone's trying to steal your swagger. That's what it feels like. Someone's trying to steal your swag bag, babes. Also, some of you can have this like very balanced perspective of things, like neither good nor bad. Not saying that you ride the fence, okay? I think it could be perceived this way because of course this person saw you as like a doll, okay? Like a Bratz doll in this situation because you know you're cute. You're cute, pretty, sexy. Those are all things that could come up when we're talking about your energy. You're maybe even feminine. You have a really cool aesthetic. A really cool aesthetic. What else were they trying to steal? Opposition, confrontation. Aries energy. Okay, so somebody has some type of like opposition. Someone could literally have a placement in Aries and also a placement in Libra because we got opposition with Aries and act. Okay, so someone was trying to. Oh my gosh. You're like, I'm not saying you're super complex because I'm like, these are just two different sides of the coin. Someone has the ability to both be, and maybe this is why you came off just like very like too free or too, you were too complex for this person to understand. That's really what it's giving. You're just a little bit too complex for this person to understand. Um, they saw one side of you and maybe they wanted to steal that portion of you. But what this person didn't realize was you also have some strong Aries energy as well. Someone didn't expect your way of fighting, and it's very specific to like your way, the way that you like to fight. You fight in a very specific way, and it's like I'm here like you have people eat themselves up from the inside. Ooh. I'm scared of you. Okay. Oh my gosh. And it's almost like you're some type of weird secret weapon for the universe because you let people eat themselves up. You let people mess themselves up. You don't get like scared. You don't do tit for tat. Um, you trigger people with this dissonance that you have to be both uh communicative, a mediator, but it's like no one expects the other side, the leader, the risk taker, the one who's willing to do the gamble, the one who is willing to put themselves out there, the one who stands alone. No one's prepared for that. I think your first introduction to people is more in your Libra-esque energy because there's no reason to have Aries out. There's no reason for you. Oh my gosh. Like I'm literally getting like someone could have like a it could even be a seventh house placement as opposed to your first house, right? So maybe you soften yourself for interactions for your social life, okay? Especially because Aries energy that can just be very intense and very dominating. It's a very dominating energy. And I feel like you don't bring that part out of you until you need it, until it's necessary. Um, and that's where this person would realize, like, oh shit. Okay. Oh man, I cannot have my way with this person. Okay. Like, can I sweep you off your feet? This Aries, does it look like this person can be swept off their feet? Okay, look at the way this goat is. I think it's a goat, right? It's a ram. No, look at the way this ram is looking. Like, does it look like I could be swept off my feet? What you talking about? You talking about? Does it look like I could be swept off my feet? Like, and the fact that you could go from like mediator to talking things out to, I feel like there's a point where you're like, there's no more talking. Okay, and maybe it's the point of being triggered because we do have triggered out here. When someone detonates a certain thing within you, it's straight Aries, baby. I don't want to talk about nothing. Ain't nothing to talk about. Please get the frick out my face before I tell you about yourself. I will literally demolish you. It'll be over, okay? You best move away. Back up. You know them rams like, oh, okay, back up. Oh yes. So it seems like somebody had a conversation with you. They had a couple interactions with you, and they just assumed that they knew group three. Mm, big mistake. Big mistake, y'all. Okay, so maybe this was just a fling that you were talking to, or they ended up just being a fling. Okay, you went on a couple of dates, it came to be nothing, or this was just somebody that you were hanging out with that you did have fun with. There could have been definitely like good times, but something about this Taurus energy, like somebody tried to devalue you, because that's the main thing about Taurus. Like, do not try to make a Taurus feel like they're not valuable or waste their freaking time. Oh, you want to see a completely different side of somebody? Yeah, that's the type of opposition that make a Taurus gonna, okay, and want to ram you too. Um, but someone tried to devalue you Oh, wow. It seems like all of these piles are somewhat connecting, but like someone tried to devalue you, and it immediately said, like, immediately out of nowhere, the freaking Aries horns was just like, I'm awake. I think you got confused here. Can I show you something? Oh, this person. I don't know why. I was seeing mom on the back of the thing, and all I could hear was, "Oh, so you want to talk about mothers? Oh, you want to talk about mothers?" Okay, I don't know if anybody's seen White Chicks, but like that was the point in the conversation where the bullies in the situation were like they they took it a little bit too far, and that was the point where I was like, "Oh, you wanna go? You wanna go, huh? Oh, you want me to show you something? Okay." I feel like this person regrets the moment they realized that you realized that there was something secretive going on. Okay, they regret the moment you realize their intentions. Okay, because people like this, they don't necessarily regret what they did. They regret the moment that you realize what they did, and it's like, okay, focused on the how. So this person, they're focused on the how they made you withdraw, how they made this energy activate. They're taking a break to do some soft reflection. Okay, I keep hitting this. So yeah, with introvert and bored with life. So someone could be bored with life. Maybe that's why they decided to do this to you. They have a pretty boring life, mundane even. Bored with life again with friend zone. Okay, so this was definitely a friend or somebody that you friend zoned, and they are bored with their life right now. Very bored. What can make this person happy is, winning in secret competitions or their comparisons, or just like it's something about the difference between what's going on in real life and what's going on in this person's head. Okay. So this person could be an earth sign, or you are, and bitter. So yeah, they're feeling pretty bitter right now. They're struggling with this bitter numbness feeling. Or once again, this is what they were trying to do to you. Okay. Um, Trigger you and focus on the how you were triggered, make you have to like go around and around and around in your head after they gaslight you or make you think that there's something wrong with you, while then once again they like take a certain part of your essence, of your aesthetic, of your energy, right? And y'all, I can't tell you how many times this has happened to me in my life, to the point where I'm just like, what is really going on? Like, what is really going on? Why does this keep happening? But it's just like at the end of the day, when you got like good energy, okay, people who feel like they can't achieve whatever you've done energetically, they will try to just steal it. I mean, it's really simple actually. So somebody wanted you to be focused on the how and question your grounding with this earth sign energy. They wanted you to question your value. They wanted you to question your self-esteem, your self-efficacy, your ability to do things for yourself. They wanted there to be some type of like cognitive dissonance, stuckness in your head, right? Like like this person like imagine, right? You are, I'm going to use a farmer term, right? Let's imagine you're plowing a field to prepare to like plant seeds for the seeds to grow, right? And you got the seeds in your freaking pocket and you're plowing the ground, and someone walks up to you and they're just like, you don't have what it takes to plow. You don't really have what it takes. Like, no, I'm just worried about you, like, friend. Just, you don't really have what it takes to plow the ground, right? Or, right, let's say from a different angle, they're watching you plow and they come up and they're just like, oh my gosh, like, this is nice, but the farmer up the street, yeah, he has a whole plowing machine. He doesn't have to do it himself. Yeah. And then maybe you're just like, oh man, I wish I had that. You wish you had a machine like him? Are you comparing yourself to him? Oh, you are so immature. You got to be grateful for what you have. And blah, 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 blah. And it's kind of like, you know what I'm saying? Like someone trying to like put in your head that you're insecure, you're all of these things. You're not, you think you're not enough. You think you're a mess. You think this, you think that. And it's just like, what? It's almost like baiting you into saying that you're not enough, you're a mess, you're, you know, you have all these different issues, you're bitter, you're sad, you're, numb to life, da da da, right? When this person is bored. They're bored. Okay, they're bored in their life. They don't really know what to do. They're bored. No tenacity, no movement forward, no goals. Hence why they're trying to steal your aesthetic. It's wild. It's cray. Okay? Um, some Game of Thrones. Can I use the Game of Thrones? Yeah. I don't know why. Anybody watching like Proud's Family or like has watched Proud's Family lately? Eh. There's like this weird like 70s. No, that's the Boondocks. Sarah, was your smile a wow for me? Sarah. But I'm also thinking of the uncle from Proud's Family, where he's just like, "Ow, what is this? What is happening?" So yeah, someone could like the Proud's Family. Oh, I get it. This person didn't take you seriously. Like they kind of saw you as kind of like comedic relief, and they wanted to take a piece of that creative comedic aesthetic. They wanted to take a piece of that aesthetic that was like kind of fifth housey, fun, go like free loving, like cool, we're vibing, yeah. You could be younger than this person, so they wanted to take a little bit of that youthfulness, that trendy. Someone said like a trendy, eccentric vibe, and someone was trying to take that like vibe about you. They wanted to take the vibe. Okay, okay. And it's like it was like likable. Yeah, someone was trying to like upgrade their social life off of your energy. Okay. And another way to know, like, this could be somebody who always hung out with you alone. Like, they could never hang out with you, like, with people. It was always alone because, like, they're trying to, they trying to get in there, y'all. The goal was to have you in the Eight of Swords, like stuck in your head. And while you were stuck in your head, because this person thinks that you don't have any leadership abilities, you don't have any push through, okay? Like leadership abilities helps you to get through hard things, right? It gives you the strength to move past anything that's difficult. Okay. And your power is this balance. Your power is this balance between your ability to mediate and balance out things, as well as to keep pushing forward, keep taking the necessary steps to lead yourself to bigger and better things. You have the ability to both see your side of things and also to see other people's side of things. Like it helps you in relationships, but it also helps you in your own personal life. Now, the hard part about this is to balance the two, right? Because too much Aries energy can be competition. It can be immature. It can be someone who is too obsessed with what other people have and wanting to conquer people, conquer things, right? But then being too much in the Libra energy is being a bit complacent, too peace loving, too mediating, okay? To the point where you're more so mediating others and being concerned about others than you are yourself. So, someone was trying to make a clash in between your most powerful energies, right? And they were hoping that the clash would act as a distraction to distract you enough while they hauled off with your energy. And like they became kind of obsessed with this. Like, I don't know why they had to freaking, I don't know why the goal was to break you down. Like, if you wanted to steal someone's personality and then like isolate them from the rest of the people that you know, then just take their personality and then, you know, if you're gonna be weird, just be a little weird. Don't try to like I don't know, dude. Because it's just like it's one thing to be a copycat. It's a whole nother thing that's just like, okay, but the person I'm copying, I have to like demolish. Okay, I can't have it coming out that I copied this person. I can't have it coming out that I took this person's personality, um, or their aesthetic, right? So what is this Three of Cups? Two cards for the Three of Cups. Okay, now we're getting into your power. Oh my goodness. You want to know one of the upsides of being a mediator, of being that Libra energy, is that one, you never forget anything. Libras are the kings and queens of being petty AF. Libra don't forget about nothing. I want to make sure that the deck is not upside down. Yeah, Libra don't forget about nothing. Okay? Nada, zilch, no, nada. You don't forget about nothing. So, okay. You have a lot of self control with this Nine of Wands. Nine of Wands is the strength it takes to persevere through the hardest forms of warfare, the most difficult positions of time. It's the strength to hold out. So you have this ability to both defend yourself and still sit in the face of your enemy. So you could have felt like, okay, there is something weird about this person. I think they're trying to, be in competition, but, I'm going to see where it goes, right? Just for you to have the perfect timing with this aggression in reverse to know when to jump off the train, to know when to jump off and do your own thing because, yeah, you're not going to get me. Oh my gosh. So who's really in the Eight of Swords here? Because it's Nine of Wands at the Four of Wands. When I tell you, you have the ability to like really scope things out because it's like someone tried to break down someone who has already had to find the strength to balance two very strong energies within themselves. So like this person is like the least on your freaking radar because you kind of have more than enough focus on how to balance energies within yourself. What is this Eight of Swords? What is this Eight of Swords? Oh my gosh. I love a good switcheroo. I love a good switcheroo. I love a good switcheroo. Okay. Somebody was coming in as the Page of Wands. Okay. I think that this person thought that maybe they were a King of Wands in the situation or even a Queen of Wands in the situation, depending on if it's a guy or a girl. But they swore up and down that they had the, they thought they were cunning. Okay, they thought they were cunning. They also thought they were way more powerful than they really were with this Eight of Wands behind it with the Page of Swords. Yes, they thought they were a lot smarter, cunning than they really were. Like I literally feel like it's like 48 laws of power type ish. Like you had the enemy sitting right in front of you and you made the enemy feel like it was a party. You're just like, oh yeah, open up. Oh yes, we can go get drinks. We can talk. Oh really? You want to hear about me? Well, I'm this and I'm that and I'm this. Oh my gosh. You had the enemy sitting right in front of your face. You knew the whole time. You knew something was fishy. I don't feel like necessarily everyone knew, but I do feel like some of you knew like something was fishy about this person, and they couldn't be completely trusted. It's probably why they got friend zoned if this was a love situation, right? So you were sitting there. Oh my gosh. Not realizing that some of you could have been guarding yourself, like not sharing specific things, or maybe you were sharing, but you weren't sharing like the story or the history behind things on purpose. Because someone thought you were a perpetual, remember I said perpetual victim, and you purposefully let them think that. You purposefully let them think with the 9 of Swords and the 5 of Swords, you let this person think that you were a perpetual victim. So there's no reason that you would think that group 3 would fight back. There's no reason that you would think that. Oh, they're fine. They're fine. Oh, they're totally eating it up. Oh, they're totally believing my lies. Oh, they're totally being swept off their feet by me. Ha! Like you let somebody think, oh my gosh, you let someone think that they was pressing you. Y'all is wild. Every once in a while, I get a real messy vibe come through, and I'm like, y'all bad. Y'all is bad. Bro, what is this? What is this King of Cups? 2 cards of the King of Cups. Oh yeah, you let them build their own hole to fall in. Mm-hmm. Because with this Page of Wands, I feel like they definitely are somebody who needs the validation. And I guess I don't know if they thought you did too, but baby. Okay, I just heard everyone needs validation. Everyone needs validation. Everyone needs people to be on their side. Well, okay. So, yeah, this person thinks one way, just one way. Um mm, mm, mm. So, yeah, you let this person think, and it was a strategy of sorts. You let this person think that you were indifferent, lost, insecure, while you continue to make money moves, because who the heck is going to actually give this person you weren't going to give this person your true self. You weren't going to be completely real with them, and they saw it as, oh, this person's just being in that like this victim mindset. Oh, I can't open up to you because of this and that, and this has happened to me. Ugh, this person is so like weak. They're so stuck in their ways. They're so like stuck and bitter and all this stuff, right? Not realizing that you're purposefully not telling them things to protect yourself so that you can keep moving forward, so that you can keep being in that Aries energy and that king energy. Okay, what you mean? I don't know, dude. I feel like I'm talking to somebody. Do you have a past life as a freaking general in a war? Like, what is happening? Oh, you ever read The Art of War? I'm sure you have. 48 Laws of Power? Yeah, possibly. Um, mm, 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 mm. It's such a checkmate energy, okay? Like, it seems like this person wanted to come along and stop any sort of like movement by getting in your head. And this person truly thought they were cunning enough, sneaky enough, smart enough to do it. Because of this way that you carry yourself. You carry yourself as very unassuming and maybe like super like sweet and kind and like mediating and like agreeable. Um, but there's like this almost scorpionic Mars energy of, it may look that way, but everything is not what it seems, Pookie. Okay, now I'm getting, I know you. Oh wow, with the Emperor on the bottom. I hope you're happy. Got you a mini me. Bet you meet your mom, but you get a dog and name him after me. Hey, Pookie. Okay, so yeah, it could be someone's ex that I'm talking about here that you friend zoned at a certain point, right? What is all this stuff about the next week? The next week. Something happening next week, y'all. Something is happening next week. Okay, I got that for I think group 2 too. Something's happening next week. Something's happening next week, y'all. Um yeah, more about their power. Okay. More about how group 3 is getting their power back. Okay. Someone's about to get a strategy probably in the next week because the next week did come out. Someone's going to get some type of strategy to get a lot of work done in a very short period of time. So if somebody has like some type of goal that they're trying to reach or something that they've been trying to, with this Libra energy, decipher how to get a lot more done with less time. Someone's getting a idea there because I feel like this whole conflicting energy with this person kind of was like nothing but a distraction. So now it's like you are getting your energy back, therefore you're getting space back in your life to get more things done. With this person not taking up as much space, then you get to get more things done, right? Show me how good it can get. Oh, okay. Life is getting good, y'all. Life is getting good. Someone's also going to possibly be collaborating with someone, okay? New work friends. If not that, then I'm also getting collaboration as in dating, possibly. Soul tribe. Okay, meeting people who are like-minded. Someone's going to be meeting and socializing with people who are like-minded, possibly in the next week, because the next week did come out, all right? So how are you coming into your power? I think that the parts of you that are more Libra-esque, okay, more agreeable, it's like you are now taking that energy. And I think something about this situation showed you your true power, okay? Because you have to listen to your intuition to a certain extent, right? So this kind of showed you your power. And I think you're more trusting of your intuition than you were in the past. So, boom, okay? Showing the universe is about to show you how good something can get, especially when you trust yourself. Okay. So another level of confidence, period. Another level of confidence is coming to you. Confidence in your strategy, your mind. Okay. Your ideas. Okay. So another way that your power is increasing, more protection. More protection. Okay. So someone could be coming up with protection rituals, different rituals to do maybe in the morning or at night before you go to bed. Okay, so someone's upping their protection. Okay, spring. Someone's harvest is being protected. There's so much stuff about farming in this reading, okay? But someone's like energy, like this newness is being protected, okay? So you don't have to be too like looking over your shoulder, especially about this past person. What is happened with that situation is over. Someone needs to hear it's over. You don't have to keep looking over your shoulder. You're good now. You're okay. Okay? So love life. Something coming in your love life. In your love life. I was like, definitely was giving this collaboration energy. I'm like, collaboration to a specific goal. So somebody needs to ask the universe for what you want, okay? And be confident when you ask for it. You've done the shadow work. You're ready. You're ready. Somebody needs to just go ahead and ask your spirit team for what you want. We are here for you, your spirit team, okay? Ask for what you want, babes. It's time. It's time. It's time to put in your order. Okay, heart healing. Okay. And I think this is why you're running into Soul Tribe because it's like your heart is healing. There's something about when you listen to your intuition and you protect yourself from a betrayal that it grows some type of like trust in yourself. It really does because it's like when you save yourself from something that was supposed to have you in the 9 of Swords, something that's supposed to have you not trusting people, have you scared to, really trust anyone, it makes you also scared to trust yourself, right? Because there's this feeling of, well, why didn't I see this? Why didn't I see this coming, right? But when you listen to your intuition and you dodge a bullet, bro, the freaking spiritual confidence you walk around with, like, Ain't nothing can get me. Okay, not too much now, but you know, so yeah, there's some heart healing going on. Okay, a heart chakra activation. You might want to wear a lot of green. I've been wearing a lot of green myself. Okay, affirmations to transform your thoughts. Yes. Okay. So y'all are quantum leaping right now. You're building a new reality for yourself, a reality where, you are attracting more like-minded people and not people who are have an agenda, right? Wild and free. So it might look a little wild and free to you. Maybe you're used to being a bit more calculated, but you don't have to be when you're not around ishy people, right? Shitty people make you have to be calculated. Finally getting what you deserve. Okay, in reverse. So what is that? Finally getting what you deserve in reverse. Like I said, this friend, they could have a child. Okay. So whoever this friend is, they're going to be going through something that they think that they don't deserve, possibly in their love life. Yeah. Oh, okay. And they're also going to have to go through shadow work for putting you through this. Because people like that, it's like they have 100 different reasons as to why they did weird, crummy stuff. And it's something about like the way that life is happening for them, like the intentions they had. We love a good return to sender, right? The intentions they had is turning back on them, and it's forcing them into shadow work. They don't want to, but it is what it is. Anyway, I'm so happy for you guys. Okay, meeting new people, having a better mindset, trusting yourself. Congratulations, you are coming into your power and it being more valuable and being more potent. Okay, happy for y'all. Anyways, that is your reading. Talk to you later, group 3. Bye. Okay. Hello, collective. Okay. Group 4, how are you coming into your power right now? How is group 4 coming into their power? I really feel this like I don't give an F energy. I feel like there was a period of time where my group 4s, you would like ask for 100 different signs before you made certain moves in life. You would always need like validation to talk to a whole bunch of people, but like maybe you just went through a cycle of finding out that people didn't have your best interest at heart, that, maybe people are more greedy than you would have wanted to admit at a certain time, right? Maybe you had a couple of frenemies, first thing that came out here, frenemies, right? Backstabbing experiences, because you could also have a Saturn in Aries. Maybe you're going through a Saturn return, like you're at the end of your 20s, early 30s, right? You've gone through experiences that taught you that you need to trust yourself. And I feel like someone is coming into the I was talking about this in the last reading I just did, which is a collective read, but it's like someone is receiving the light codes to give you the soul, like at the soul level, give you the energy and the power to stand on your truth, to stand in your confidence, to be who you are unapologetically, and also to hold that authority over your decisions, specifically over your decisions. So someone is like trusting their spiritual guidance, not asking for a whole bunch of like clarification, a whole bunch of signs. And yes, you realize to certain people, this may make you look not too smart. Okay. Make you look like you are, a genius in reverse. Like you have people who want to get in your ear about your personal your decisions to do what you're doing spiritually, right? And not just spiritually, but just like the moral compass in which you make decisions in your life. It is South Node energy. It's people who are wanting you to keep your potential, wanting you to capsize yourself, wanting you to limit yourself, when everything from your spirit team is like, don't limit yourself, press through, do you, baby, release the stress that fell next to the spiritual guidance. So someone's releasing that care. Someone's coming to the point of like, I don't care what you think. genuinely. And it's not even like a, I don't care what you think and I'm gonna, get in your face, I don't care what you think, da, 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 da. No, it's like you're proving it, like through action, okay, through making those decisions, through not asking anyone else's opinion. You are making those decisions that are best for you, and you're not asking anybody about it. You also are starting to realize, like, maybe it's not smart to do that either. Now, you could literally be making people offended and angry, okay, with this I'm unsure. It's like maybe you were unsure in the past, or even still a little bit now, but it's like this overwhelming push to trust yourself. Trust yourself. That's where your power lies. That's what stepping into your power looks like right now. Group 4. Trust yourself. I think I know better for you. You have situations, people, whether this is a job, whether this is family, that swear that they know better than you, right? They're entitled to know your moves. They're entitled to know your decision making. They're entitled to, be that middle point. So it could be an earth sign or you are, right? But they're causing spiritual warfare for you, okay? Not letting you make your own decisions. I feel like these are people who treat you like a child, like you're not a whole adult, right? It's like you don't pay your own bills or something. Old job with Starseed. Yeah, someone's coming into like a light activation. I keep getting that, like a light activation, okay? Extreme integration even. And yes, you're going to look like the bad guy to these people. All right? These are people who are jealous. Oh, this is so similar to the collective I just did. These are people who are jealous. These are people who don't understand living in flow. These are people who would literally think to themselves that intuition is not true. It's not real. How can you just trust guidance of things you can't see or feel? All right? And it's like, that was all I was getting. I literally thought that I was done doing readings. And I was literally told, like, no, do number 4. And I was like, but what is number 4 about? And it was like, I don't care. Like, I don't give an F, okay? That is the energy that number 4 is in. That it's time. It's time for them to not care. They don't care if they're a villain. They don't care if they're a bad guy in someone else's story. They don't care. And this literally looks like maybe you won't watch certain readings anymore because you won't care what the gossip is, And me as a reader, no, I'm not supposed to say that. But like, it's real. It's real stuff. At a certain point, you don't care, which means that you're ready to move on, which means that you're ready to move on into bigger and better things. What glass ceiling? I broke it. Okay. Like that type of ish, y'all. Like, I want y'all to grow. I want you to evolve. And even if that means that you don't need me no more as a reader, you don't need the confirmation, baby, go ahead. Okay. Release that guilt. Okay. It came out. It is what it is. Release that guilt. Release it. Coming into the assumption that it's all working out. If you put your hand to the plow and you collaborate with the universe, it's all working out. And someone wants you to feel guilty for that. Could be a community. Could be a family. Could be a job in which you just left. You were fired even. And then we have our puppet card, the doll. They want you to be their doll. They want you to be their puppet. They want you to be not smart so that they can continue to be jealous and monitor every move that you make and make sure that they sabotage any level of inner peace, any level of self-confidence, any bit of self-concept that you have of you, okay, that gives you power. They want to bring that out of you. And we're going to get into who the they is right now. Who is this front of me? Right? Who is this front of me? Okay. Someone who continues to throw energy your way. This is somebody who's obsessively thinking about you. This is somebody who's obsessively talking about you. This is somebody who's obsessively praying for you, sending energy work your way. This is somebody who cannot let it go. They can't let you go. They can't let go of the need for secret competition. They can't let go of this love-hate relationship they have with you. Okay. And they think it's because they love you and that they know the best for you and they just do it all this stuff. Da, 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 da. An Empress person. Okay. So this could be a mother. This could be somebody who has children. This could be a Taurus. This could be a Libra. All right. But as y'all know, I've said it time and time again. Intuitively, I see the Empress as somebody who has mastered multiple forms of feminine energy. Okay. The Empress can be the sweetest person in the world. Okay. That queen sitting on her throne. But the Empress can also be real manipulative and almost more powerful than the magician. Okay. The magician. All right. Because having such abundant amounts of energy and being able to transform it to different things, right? From fire to air to water to earth, to be able to transform energy to work in your favor and to be able to draw those things towards you. That's like a dark manifester, right? A dark empath. Possibly, but this is somebody who swears up and down that they know what's best for you. They're using laws of assumption. They're using all different types of forms. They're using all different forms of magic to try to affect your self-concept, the way you see yourself, the way that you love yourself. They want to bring it to a halt and make you codependent. I've been picking up on this energy for a while too. It makes me think of group three from another pick a card I just did. Yeah. Okay. I'm also thinking the Empress of a coven, like a leader of a coven or a group of people. Like this person has ducklings. This person has people who like cult follow them. Okay, people who just believe what they have to say without any proof, without any accountability. People just follow them. Okay, so they could have like a friend. Okay, am I picking up on the followers? Because yeah, and you see how they like I don't think you saw it. The cards shot out as soon as I said they have like people who just follow them. So they could have a Page of Pentacles. Okay. A Star in the reverse. Wait, something else wanted to come out here. A Queen of Swords. Okay. And these are all people who they are in complete surrenderance to this person. With the Seven of Wands in reverse. These people just believe everything that this person has to say, okay? Being overwhelmed, okay? These people only have courage in this person's energy, not realizing that they are literally following a dark priestess. They are literally following a dark priestess. They could see this person as like someone who's bringing hope and wisdom and inspiration, but really they don't have any faith. This person pretends to be spiritual. This person pretends to be encouraging and all of these different things, but this person is a star in the reverse. They don't care about people. They don't care about community. They don't care about none of that. They just need people as pawns. This person is playing a game and they know that numbers matter. Okay. So they use people. They use this Page of Pentacles for their brunt work. They're consistent, they're loyal. Okay, so they're using this Page of Pentacles. They're using a Queen of Swords energy for their wisdom, for their intellect, for their smarts, right? But this person does not give a crap about Four of Wands or this Four of Wands, which would be community, unity, celebrations that they have with these people. No, they use communication and community to further their agenda. This person has an agenda of control and keeping all of their ducklings, all of their dolls under their control and believing everything that comes out of their mouth, right? They want to keep people dumb and stupid. They want to keep people not knowing anything, right? I'm sorry that this reading is now turning into a whole thing about freaking someone else, but we're coming back to you. Don't worry. It's just, how can we expect someone who is obviously very much obsessed with themselves and want all the energy on themselves to not try to take over the reading? So let's go back into you guys, right? So this is somebody who has a lot of like dinner parties, gatherings, cookouts, hangouts, fellowship, however they call it, right? This person does a lot of hanging out, and they use their Empress energy, their manifestation energy, because, you know, the Empress, they can make you feel good. They can make you feel good, can make you feel nurtured. So they use that as a way to bring people to out of their defenses. They have a way of making people surrender their energy, but not the collective, right? This mother figure, this Empress, could not make the collective surrender their energy. And if this really is a mother, you know, you are you are the karma that they need, okay? You are the karma that comes along, and you cannot be manipulated because you know who they are, right? And if this is not a mother, if even this is a baby's mother, you know, it's something about this person. You see them clear as day. You know exactly who they are. I feel like the energy like this has come in and out of the readings. Trust me, I even know Empresses like this. I know Empress that act like this, okay? Yeah, they lack emotional maturity. So that's why they use their gifts and abilities in the wrong way. I'm literally hearing, and they're going to use them. They're going to use them and abuse them till they lose them. Ooh, but I'm not a rapper. But yeah, they're going to use them and abuse them till they lose them. Okay. So can I get more into like the collective's energy? Okay. What's happening for the collective? How are they coming into their power? Not another deck. Okay. Okay. That deck had become compromised, y'all. Okay. 1 second. Just want to make sure it's cleansed. So how is the collective coming into their power? Okay. First, it's starting with some type of manifestation. Okay, so it fell on this Queen of Swords. Someone's like accumulating clarity. That's what that feels like. Someone is accumulating the clarity you need to leave certain forms of yourself behind. There are certain times where we go through experiences where we don't know why something unfolded the way that it unfolded, why people reacted to us a specific way. And that's what can cause us to get into that whole, I have to look over my shoulder thing. I have to, you know, use the tarot. I have to make sure that I'm getting confirmations all the time, because there was a period of time where something was going on under your nose, or something was going on and you were veiled and you couldn't see. Sorry, y'all. So when you get that feeling of, I got it, finally, right? Or you get a reading and it confirms something that you were feeling and you were sensing, it can put you in a space of, I want to stay connected. I don't want to be caught off guard again. I don't want to not be able to see what's coming. But I'm telling you right now, what's coming in for you, like the way that your power is hitting you, is like, it literally feels like I don't care what happens, I'm gonna be okay. I don't care what happens, I'm gonna be okay. And that looks like you getting clarity of things that were happening in the background, how it all fell apart, how spirit had your back. You really seeing how all of these things worked in your favor, because that's going to give you a level of clarity that will solidify your own personal power in that thing again, right? So having people doing things behind your back, faking in front of your face, that can take away from your own personal power, because now you're putting so much energy outside of yourself. What did they do? What are they saying? right? Looking all around and you're not focused on yourself. So what I'm saying is clarity is coming to allow you the energy and the space and the life force to focus on just you. And imagine how much more you can achieve if you're focused on just you. Okay? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And every single time something good for you comes out, this person, okay, so this person, this Empress could be a Queen of Swords, strong Libra energy, okay? Because everything keeps coming out around the Queen of Swords, the Queen of Swords, the Queen of Swords. So this person, this supposed to be nurturing person, has caused so much insecurity. So this is like healing of some type of mother wound, some type of friend heartbreak, something that broke your heart and put you in a space of constantly having to look over your shoulder, always worried that something else is going to hit the fan. You're coming out of that, and it comes back to the I don't give an F energy. I don't care. I'm not going to allow someone to hurt me like that again. I'm not going to allow someone to have that much power over me again. Okay? And this person's like, no, 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 keep caring, keep caring. Don't forgive me. Don't let it go. Please don't let it go. Because if you let it go, then I won't have any power over you. How else is this group 4 coming into their power? You're not going to mess me up. No. I'm about to hit the bell right quick. Okay, on 3, y'all. 1, 2, 3. You're not about to take over this reading. You're not about to take over this reading. Okay? I don't care. You're not about to take over this reading. All right? So, how else is group 4 coming into their power? Oh, yeah. A lot of forward movement. Something about your life force energy, your Mars energy. Like somebody's having a like solar activation, a Mars activation, somewhere where you got fire in your chart. If you don't have fire in your chart, it's a Mars activation. Someone is making some moves with this Ace of Cups. Clarity, emotional clarity. Okay? I can see clearly now. The snakes are gone. No obstacles in my way. Okay, so come on, Knight of Wands. 2 for the Nine of Wands, please. Empress. Wow. You are an Empress of your own. No wonder the Empress was jealous of you. They were jealous because they knew that your Empress energy would probably be way more powerful than theirs. Way more powerful than theirs. But you're younger. This is a Queen of Swords, and you're a Knight of Wands. What is the 3 of Wands? 2 cards for the 3 of Wands, please. Yeah, no more fighting. No more fighting. And now another thing about dance is coming through. You know that song, Hips Don't, I think it's like Hips Don't Lie. No fighting. Dun, dun, dun. No fighting. Never really knew that she could dance like this. You make a man want to speak Spanish. Como se llama? Okay, so it's like it's time to start having fun. It's time to like not even put your guard down. Still keep up your protection rituals. Still keep up, all the things you do for just spiritual protection and cleansing. Okay, look, we're not going to stop doing that. But it's like there's no reason to have to look over your shoulder. You are whole. You are complete. Yes, your healing took, okay? You are whole. You are complete. You are ready to move on to the next levels of evolving. You're ready to move on to the next levels of growth. You're ready to move on to the next levels of creativity for someone, because there's so much energy about dancing and like freedom and allowing yourself, like I'm getting like someone spinning, like just be, baby. It's time to just be and watch what comes in when you sit in that energy. Like you're a real Empress, where this person is, doing so much to keep up that status, where this person is doing so much to make it look like they know what they're talking about and make it look like they are so, you know, connected and full of faith. What they're doing to make it look that way, that's who you really are. You living that thing out. It's real over here, baby. It's real. What is this Ace of Cups? 2 cards for the Ace of Cups, please. One more. Yes. Wow. I'm gonna get one more for this. One more for the 10 of Cups and the Death. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So essentially what this feels like is that your power is looking like that emotional clarity, right? That emotional clarity that you don't have to fight with others to prove who you are. That's what it feels like here. You don't have to fight with others to prove who you are. The proof is in the freaking pudding. So now you're working on your pudding. Okay? Now you're working on your personal recipe. Now you are putting the finishing touches on who you want to be and who you've been creating yourself to be, right? This is stepping away from fighting with others, right? The stepping away from proving and going back and forth. You're stepping away from all that. You're like, nah, y'all can do that. That's why it's in reverse. Y'all can do that. I'll let y'all fight with yourselves. I'm instead going to sit in this 9 of Cups and figure out how to turn my 9 of Cups, because you have the Death with the 10 of Cups all the way at the last bit of energy here. And that looks like, and mind you, me saying this alone is giving me like this like shaking, jittery feeling of like, don't say that, don't say that, don't say that. And it's just like so much attack to the throat chakra. Like they don't want you to know that you are so close to what you're dreaming of, whatever this fulfillment of. I'm gonna just keep talking, y'all. I'm gonna keep trying. They don't want you to know that you are seconds from it. This death don't mean death all the time. Sometimes death means transformation. That you're transforming into this 10 of Cups. Okay? That it's coming in. They don't want you to know that like you're this close to being exactly where you want to be. That's why group 4 was the last thing I was told. I didn't even know I was doing a group 4 until I was putting the freaking thumbnail together. I was like, huh? What? Hello? I don't know why that made me think of Gru and the Minions. But yeah, I mean, this person has minions. They have a whole bunch of minions, but they don't realize you got a whole freaking spirit team. You got a whole spirit team on your side. You don't got people on this side, but you got a whole bunch of people on the other side. Okay, period. I'm sweating, y'all. Oh, stay focused. But yes, nothing but movement over here. No more fighting with people that have already lost. One more for this Death and the 10 of Cups. Y'all, what is going on? Okay. I don't care. I'm going to keep going. This might mean money for someone. This might mean a business for someone. This might mean a whole community of people that you're coming into contact with that are all like-minded and that y'all all make money, okay? This means you being in a completely different tax bracket. This means that you don't have to worry about nothing and that you and yours are good, okay? No more fighting. And it also could mean there's no more fighting with this family. Soul tribe. We're the soul tribe. And yeah, they can keep trying to do their little magic or whatever the heck, but it's not going to do anything. Like, it's not doing anything. With this 8 of Wands in reverse, the very first card that came out, I wasn't even asking about what they trying to do and all that stuff. When the first thing that comes out for a frenemy is, oh yeah, they trying to cause delays and slow progression and lack of movement with all these people that they've somehow convinced they're a good person and that they're some type of leader, okay? Someone to trust, someone to believe in. And they want you to be unsure, but it's like, that's so old. Like, that's so old reality. And like the feeling of just complete and utter anger that is, I feel like for a long time, you were stopped. You would get stumped. You would be delayed. You would stop. Okay. And also illusions of stopping. Okay. Forgetting what you're trying to do. You meet people along the way that are supposed to help you, and then that gets sabotaged. And it's just over and over and over again, right? But it's not stopping this time. Like, it's not stopping this time. And even though I can feel their anger, it's right here, it's on this side of the table, it's not stopping the fact that it's all coming together for you. And it's like, for a lot of you, it's coming together in different ways. And I feel like I've been talking about this energy for a year now, like talking about, yeah, collective, this is coming, this is coming, this is coming. And I'm like, no, bro, like, it's here. You are like, someone's so freaking close to a huge breakthrough. And that's why this is so intense on this side here, with this fake person, with this fake leader, with this somebody who's older than you as well. Okay. Or maybe they have more experience, more life experience. Whoever this is, the reason why this is so intense is because they know, even they know what you're about to be walking into. And it's like, they're trying to pull my wig back. They're trying to get all this stuff to distract me from trying to say what I got to say. And I'm like, I don't care if I trip over every single word. As long as it makes sense to my collective, I don't care. Okay? I do not care. Okay, I want to get more out. Oh, for the rest of the piles, I did higher self messages, but I just went straight into it with y'all. So yeah, your power lies in not caring. And I mean not caring from your soul about what these people got to say, how they feel, how they'll take it, how they'll feel when you make this move, how they feel when you move here, how they feel when you buy this, how it's going to be so like out of your mind that if somebody mentions them, you can be like, oh yeah, and it's not even oh yeah, how is that person doing? It's just like oh yeah, like, I'm telling you, dog. 3 cards, because everybody else got 3 cards for the higher self cards. How they're coming into their power, please. How they're coming into their power. And this can't be taken, y'all. This can't be siphoned. This cannot be taken away from you. One more. Thank you. Okay, so you are in original. So let yourself follow your own heart. Came out in reverse. You have been stopped from following your heart so many times. You have been sabotaged from doing what you want to do, starting doing what you want to do. No more. No more. Okay? Then we have, you are a magic being with the whole universe waiting to assist you. What did I say about spiritual guidance? And I like this one. This definitely looks like a star seed, right? You know, in the imagination is what you could imagine it would look like. Okay? Please ignore my wig, y'all, because I feel like it's making my forehead look huge. It's not actually that big. It's just all of a sudden, as soon as I started this reading, all of a sudden it's like, I'm like, oh, that's fine. Who cares what it looks like? I really don't. Okay, I'm going to fix it if I can, but it's not going to stop me from getting this out. Okay? I love my aesthetics, but when it comes to really getting the work done, okay? So perspective is a matter of where you stand. So you realize that they're just never going to get it. Okay. Like, someone is a healer here. Someone is very empathic, and like, you realize that it's just, they're never going to get it. They're never going to get it. There's never going to be a time where they apologize. There's never going to be a time where they're ready to make amends truly. It's always going to end with you having to sacrifice yourself. And once you realized that, that's when the wheels of the wheels of change started to come, right? The wheels of change started to come when you accepted the fact that they're probably never going to change. They're never going to realize, they're never going to do the shadow work. They're never going to truly understand what they've done. And that's where the wheels of change started to go. And you're just like, well, I guess I need to do me. I need to, and the universe is just like, yes, 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 yes. And it's just like, I need to do me. I need to stand on my truth. And it just kept going faster and faster. And it's just like, sometimes we think that the best timeline, it looks like the family, the community, the people that I've always wanted to see me, they finally get it. They understand. They apologize and they change. And sometimes that's people's reality. And I love that for those people. But majority of the time it's not. It's just not. Because most narcissistic people don't just be like, I'm a narcissist and I think I'm going to stop trying to be a narcissist and I'm going to go to therapy and I'm going to rebuild my family. No, they're going to take it to the grave. They're going to just come up with plan after plan, devious move after devious move, offloading, trying to scapegoat, okay, throwing people under the bus. They're just not gonna stop, okay? And we could talk about 100 different circumstances and things of that nature of how it happens, but at the end of the day, a narcissist, okay, a covert narcissistic person, dark empath, the dark witch, manipulative person, dark wizard, warlock, it doesn't matter, okay? They're going to do what they want to do. And I mean, that just is what it is. And when we learn to accept it and then move forward with just us in mind, that's when we're able to build our own sense of community, find other star seeds, find other soul family that have gone through the same thing and that are also healing. And that's real family. There's a difference between relatives and family, and people who truly understand you, who don't try to control you, who don't try to manipulate you, who don't try to make you feel like trash. Those are people that you want to be around. Those are the people you want to build with. Those are the people that you want community with. Those are the people that you want to grow old with. Okay? So yeah, that is your reading. I hope it was helpful for someone. Okay? I love you guys, oodles and toodles, and I will talk to you in another read or another video. Bye.